what about fillers? I don't really understand fillers very much, but is it still very popular?
Yeah, so fillers are number 2 in popularity. And the way to think about filler, very different than Botox. Filler, the original filler was collagen. And you and I both know collagen makes up a huge portion of our skin. 70% of our skin is collagen. So it made sense when they started developing fillers to start with collagen, because the way you want to think about filler, it's like liquid skin. You inject it into areas to plump up the skin, to fill in lines. Now we can do it to plump up the cheeks. The problem with the original collagen, and you and I both remember the movie Beaches, and Barbara Hershey back then was made fun of because they said that she had collagen injected into her lips back then.
Yeah.
Collagen only lasts about 2 to 3 months. And so because of that, it fell by the wayside. And now the fillers are mainly made out of hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a naturally occurring moisturizer of our skin, and you can cross-link it and adapt it to make it so that it's really thin for, let's say, thin parts of the face, like some people inject under the eyes. Or you can actually cross-link it and make it fairly thick if you want to, let's say, inject into the cheeks to make the cheekbones look bigger, or let's say somebody has a smaller chin, you want to inject it to project their chin more, that type of a thing. Now, fillers typically last, especially HA, hyaluronic acid fillers, last much longer than Botox. You're looking at 6 months up to 1 to 2 years. Unlike Botox, it's not a toxin. It basically, like I said, it's like liquid skin. You inject it and it fills that area out. Unlike Botox, though, filler can have very devastating results if it's done inappropriately. And the fear that we get is called intravascular injection, where you accidentally inject filler into an artery. It clogs that artery, and now the body part that is supplied blood by that artery can become ischemic, meaning it doesn't have enough blood flow. And if a body part doesn't have enough blood flow, it can eventually necrose or actually die. And there have been people who've had filler injected into the lips and have lost portions of their lip. Filler injected into the nasolabial folds, which are the smile lines from the nose to the corner of the mouth, and have lost parts of their nose afterwards. And people have even had injected into the nose to reshape it, and they've gone blind from it.
Oh my God.
So you've got to be very careful.
Not worth it in my book.
Yes, with filler. Filler, Botox, other than what we've talked about with the potential systemic issues, which I think are quite rare, filler, if somebody screws you up, they can really, really screw you up.
Yeah. You know who I think of with fillers, and surely she's not your patient, but is Courtney Cox. She went, she really took the filler thing to an extreme, and the media got a hold of it. And I mean, I don't know if that was true or not.
Well, there's so many. Yeah. And she did. She admitted that. She said, look, I had a little bit of filler and I thought, hey, this looks really good. And then I kept going back for more and more and more. And then the next thing I knew, I looked in the mirror and like, what did I do to myself?
Yeah.
And that's a problem with filler is if you're going to consider it, you got to be very careful who you choose to do it. And less is more. Really less is more. I don't think, with filler, I don't think that I've never heard of a more of a systemic type of an issue with it, because it is just hyaluronic acid. It is a naturally occurring substance, and your body does break it down. Where it can have issues, like I said, is that intravascular injection, as well as you can get lumpiness from it, and then you can get it infected. If it's essentially a foreign body, that if it's done non-sterilely, that foreign body gets infected, then that can create a major, major problem.
So, okay, great. Thank you for letting me go down that path. I trust you. I trust your opinion, and it's nice to hear.